YouTube, it's me Jess and I'm an opera singer. Today's video is Patron Pick of the Month, and for this month they asked me to do a performance analysis on an opera aria. This is Lea Desandre singing Vivaldi's Armatae face anguibus. Let's go.
Furore socce barbari, furie, 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 venite a nos.
Yes, I love Baroque music. Oh my god. Okay, let me look at the score. It's so good. The good thing about this music too, especially like an angry aria like this where you've just got a lot of notes, lots of scale work, is you get this super forward drive right down into the downbeat. So let's pull up the sheet music. So in the accompaniment, you've got right at the beginning, you've got a pickup note that goes right into some eighth notes, which then lead to the fourth beat where you get 16th notes going right back down into bar 2, beat 1. The thing about this when I first listened to it was I felt a strong 4/4 at the very beginning, and then there was a slight pause in the orchestra, and right when they came back in, I felt like it was more in a 2/2, and then went back into a 4/4 right before she had started singing. However, all of this is in 4/4, and I think the reason why I felt that 2/2 movement going on was because at the very beginning, that eighth note pickup going into the downbeat went into more eighth notes, right? And the forward drive motion was on beat 4 going into beat 1. But right after the pause in the orchestra, let's see, where's this pause at? You had a pickup note, which was the eighth note, going right into a bunch of 16th notes. And all of those 16th notes for me felt like 2/4. And then as the 16th notes are just running and running on the downbeat of when she comes in is when those eighth notes come back in. And that for me felt like the transition going right into 4/4. Even though all of this is in common time, I just felt that kind of double time happening when there was that pause in the orchestra. Now, her voice, her coloratura and her pitch is so well placed. It's so good. And let's look at the music and what is being said, right? So I love seeing how the music and the notes actually play a role in the words that are being said. So the very first words you have are Armatae face et anguibus. Cieco regno squallido, right? So in the very beginning, you've got these leaps going on in the vocal line. You've got these leaps from a G to a C, back down to a G, to the third, E flat, and then back down. And that, to me, she's talking about torches, right? Armed with torches and serpents. So the armed with torches is the very beginning with all of the leaps going on. And that just kind of reminds me of like you're in a war and you've got all of these warriors and soldiers with these torches and they're marching and the torches are moving up and down to the march, to the movement of their feet. That kind of reminds me of the jumps and the leaps. And then it shoots all the way up to a high G natural, G5. And then you see that G5 scale all the way down to the words squallido, right? Such a great word, wretched. And that scale going down, anguibus is serpent, I believe. Let me look at this. Anguibus, yes, serpents, right? I love how on serpents you started high and then it's sliding down and then goes all the way down into your lower register for squallido, wretched. Why not use wretched in your lower chest voice notes? And I love how she's bringing out more of her chest voice. I would even honestly love it if she brought out more of her chest voice. Why not? If anything, this is the perfect place and the perfect song to just bring forward that chest voice. Fantastic. Let's keep going. Okay, I lied. We're gonna actually start all over because I want y'all to hear the intensity in the orchestra and also see if you hear a little bit of a cut time feel when the orchestra pauses and goes right into all of those crazy 16th notes, and then just listen to her fabulous voice. Let's just indulge in it all.
Armatae facet anguibus, acceco regno squallido, furore socce barbaro, furie, venite a nos.
Yes!
Armatae facet anguibus, acceco regno squallido.
Yes!
Furie!
Yes!
Squallido, Armatae facet anguibus, furore socce barbari. Furore socce barbari.
Yes!
Furie, Armatae venite a nos.
Yes, Lea. Oh my god. Okay. So, this girl's, I hope you can hear the precision in this girl's coloratura. It is phenomenal. Precision meaning I hope you can hear each and every note within all of that scale work going on that she is singing. A lot of you might refer to this as a run, a riff, but in opera we call this coloratura. I hope you can hear each and every pitch because that is the hard part about doing coloratura is getting the pitches so secured in your brain to where all you have to do is focus on technique and let the technique get the pitches out of your body, right? And she's doing a fabulous job at this. And not only that, her coloratura passages are developmental. They're not boring. She's not just singing all of those notes going on one vowel in one dynamic. That's boring. She sometimes, not all the times, she's sometimes starting with a little bit of intensity. Then as the phrase is progressing, she grows in intensity. And then at the end of the phrases, she grows into this really big crescendo, which leads to the last syllable of the words, which then leads to the final words of the sentence. It's freaking fabulous. Also, I love the way that she is saying furie, right? Because every time she's said it so far, it is said in a group of three, right? You're not just singing furie and then go on to say something else. No, you're saying furie, whatever, however the notes go. But I love the first time she sang it, her first furie had a little bit more of a clean onset. And then that led into a very heightened furie the second and third time. The last time we just heard, though, she sang furie, and the very first furie had a lot of breath that went with it. Furie!
Furore socce barbaro, furie, venite a nos. Furie!
Freaking good. Oh my god, I love this girl. I love this performance. It's fantastic. Okay, so what's also great about her coloratura passages for me are the smoothness and the purity of the vowel. That to me is what I love to hear in a coloratura singer. And it's just my preference. I love to hear a smooth and pure vowel all the way through. Of course, when the scale moves super high and then goes low, if you're on like an E vowel, of course you open that vowel up to get up into the notes. But a lot of this is on an A vowel, and you can utilize your A vowel in all of your registers, and the purity of her A vowel on each and every note is so pristine. It's really nice to listen to. So let's go back, let's re-listen to a couple of her coloratura passages and listen to how crisp and clean her vowels are on each and every note.
ducetivus.
Yes.
Vindictam antifoneris irata nostra pectora, mortis facellus tragibus, duces, ducetivus, ducetivus.
Yes, cello.
Armatae facet anguibus, acceco regno squallido, acceco regno squallido, furore sacce barbari, furie venite ad nos.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Pausing here. My God, I freaking love this music. I can listen to this all day, every day. Okay, so right now we have returned to the A section. This would be A prime. In Baroque music, we would call this da capo aria. And in this part where we have returned to the beginning section, the singer is allowed to add notes throughout the passage. And the point of this is to really administer a sense of your emotion, right? And each way someone sings this will be different than the next. Sometimes people, yes, take the notes from other singers, but the whole point is to advocate for your own emotion by having the freedom to add your own notes. This is the great thing about certain eras in music where composers allow singers to have the freedom to do this. So a great example of the differences between the A section and then this A prime was on the very beginning of the first sentence. Armatae. It was on the word Checo regno, right? On this one, in the very beginning, she kept this note low on the word regno, and then for the second time she came back for the A prime, she actually took regno to a higher note.
Armatae facet anguibus, acceco regno squallido. Armatae facet anguibus, acceco regno squallido.
And then, in the first time, Furie was said 3 times in a row. This time, though, in the A prime, where she's allowed to have more freedom, she cut those last 2, made only 1 Furie, and added a bunch of notes, and gave a really beautiful through line for that Furie, which gave a forward drive right into a really pissed off Furie by the end of the line. It was brilliant.
Furore sacce barbari, furie, 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 venite ad nos. Furore sacce barbari, furie, venite ad nos.
So with these 2 clips, I hope you were able to see how cool it is to kind of watch someone's own emotion come out of their body through the expression of the addition of these notes. It's a fantastic and really fun way to play around and see how you're feeling and how those feelings, as you're going through them, will translate into the notes that you will use in this type of an aria.
Armatae facet anguibus, acceco regno squallido.
Yes.
Armatae. Furie, furie, furie.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Furore sacce barbari, furie, 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 armate, venite ad nos.
Oh, this orchestra too. Yes, they deserve all the props. I cannot get enough of this. Oh my God. Okay. All I gotta say is her coloratura is insanely good. It is so precise and so clean and so good. I just gotta point out, I'm trying to find the words. I don't know this piece by heart, But I love, oh my god, her diction too. I specifically loved her diction on the words vindictam tanti funeris. Ah!
Vindictam tanti funeris, vindictam tanti funeris.
The way she really pronounced that CT in the word vindictam tanti funeris. Oh! You guys, I'm such a geek. I love this performance. Yes, Lea. Yes, orchestra. Oh! If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and comment down below. I feel a fire within me. Comment down below with a fire emoji if this made you feel some sort of a way. Also, make sure you turn on that bell notification so you know every time I put up a video on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my description box below. I've got ways that you can connect with me on a more personal level, and that is through Discord and my Patreon. My Patreon only starts at $3 a month, and there are some very, very exclusive perks over there. So make sure you check that out. Don't forget to check out my link where you can sponsor your own video. That link will take you directly to my webpage where we will go through the process of getting your favorite artists out on my channel quickly. And my last and final announcement is I have started a second YouTube channel. This channel is called Jessica Siren Mackenzie. Here on my new channel, you will get to know me on an even deeper level through travel vlogs, YouTube growth tips, health and lifestyle, and so much more. So make sure you check that link out down in the description box below. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!